Hello, we're going to post an article on WhoKez. We log on to the website. We go to the black ribbon on top there, click on WhoKez dashboard and posts. Add a new one. Title comes up. I'm going to type Tyrant is guilty. That's Chris Tarrant, who wants to be a millionaire. I'm going to go and look for the story on Google. Tarrant guilty. That's a story from BBC, posted 3 hours ago. I am going to take this URL, copy, and I will put it here as the link to my article. Paste. This is not a sponsored post, so I'm not going to tick that. It is not a big story. It's not a worldwide story. It's a British story, so I'm not going to put it on the homepage. We're going to look for an image which is going to require attribution, so I'm going to click on that, and I will now go hunting for an image. Chris Tarrant images. You're going to get loads of images and anything you type in there, but we can only use the ones that are labeled for reuse. In the case of Tarrant, I guess this is going to all disappear to only one. This is the only one available for us to reuse. So we're going to click on that one. We view the image to download it. Save image as Chris Tarrant on my desktop. That's fine. Then I will, let's close that. Then I will go back to the search. I'll visit the page. This is where the photograph is from. So I'm going to copy that URL and reflect it here. Image link. That is the image link. I'm going to put it there. The author, let's find out who took the photograph. It says there, author is Photo, Phooto. So we're going to write here, image author, Phooto. That is the name of the author. Let's go back to the photograph. Do we have a license? This is a license. This is the Creative Commons license. So we click onto that bit. It takes us to this page. This is the license. We copy the URL, copy, and we put it under license. So let's go through quickly. It's not a sponsored post. We want to exclude from the homepage. We need to attribute it. That is a license. That's where the image is from. That's the author. Okay, what do I need to write here? Chris is guilty of drink driving. Fined, how much was it fined? £6,000. Or shall we say a million Japanese yen. That's the story. That's all I want to write. Now I need to go to image governance. I need to find a way of making my images legal. I've already downloaded the photograph. I'm going to go to the right side, click on featured image, and I'm going to upload files. I want to upload the file that I've already downloaded. Select the file. It was on my desktop. That's it over there. I'll click on that and it will be uploaded. Now, this photograph is a portrait, which is not quite good for what we want. We want landscapes instead. But this is all we have. This is the only photograph we have of him. So we're going to edit the image. And I want an aspect of 3:2 ratio. By putting my cursor on the image and depressing the Shift key, I can get a 3:2 ratio. That's a 3:2 ratio. That's about the best I can get of Chris's face. And I'll have to use that. I click on crop, and then my image becomes that. I'm going to save it like that. And I open it again, edit the image again, and then change this to 300 because I want 300 by 200. 300 by 200. We'll scale it down, and then we now have a final image which is 300 by 200, and the size is reduced to something not too big. That's back. Now we're going to click on this one and set this. The size is reduced to 10 kilobytes, which is very good. We're going to set that as a featured image, and it's going to appear there. And that is it. Next thing, where do we want the story published? Not in Africa, not in Antarctica, Australia, no. Crazy stuff, no. Crime, yes. Crime, entertainment, not really. Maybe, depends on what you want to, how you want to publish it. Health, Middle East, where are the continents? Europe, of course. Europe and crime. Europe and crime. News. Okay. Which one should be our primary publication category? Let's make Europe the primary. And that is it. So let's check again. We have the main title. We have where the article is from. We've ticked the necessary buttons. We have a license. We have our story, which is very short. We've ensured that our image is fit for purpose, and we've identified what we want to publish. So we click on publish. Now that is published, but I'm going to publish another one now. I'm going to add another one, add new. And here it's going to be Oprah for President. Oprah for President. Where am I getting this from? I will go over there and look for Oprah. Oprah for President. Who's talking about it? These guys are talking about it. I think that's a good story. I haven't read it, but let's click on this, copy, and go back to here to say we're pasting it there. If you want to read about it, go and read about it. It is not a sponsored post. It is a big story, so we're not going to exclude from the home. We want to attribute the image. I always wanted to attribute the image to whoever you can attribute it to, so we don't get into trouble with other establishments. Now let's go hunting for Oprah's photograph. Oprah. Images. There are hundreds of them, but then we go tools, usage rights, labeled for reuse, and then it reduces. Now I like this one where Oprah actually takes a photograph with the president of America, Obama, well, ex-president. We click onto that one. We view the image to download it, or we could just download from here. Save the image as Oprah President on the desktop. We're going to set that. Yeah, let's replace it. Okay, we're going to save that. Close. Close. Let's visit the page to try and get the license that we need. Now, a quick thing. All the photographs from the White House are in the public domain. So anything from the government of America, you're allowed to use. Having said that, this is the photograph we're looking for. It was taken by a Lawrence Jackson. So I'm going to go back there and I will type here, Lawrence Jackson. Lawrence Jackson. The original image URL is from the White House archives. So I click onto that, copy, and this is where the image is from. License, I think I'm just going to write public domain because it's a White House. It's a White House photograph. What do I need to write there? She wants to be president. Or maybe she doesn't. Okay, now let's get our image. Set featured image. Upload files. Select the files. Oprah for president. It's been uploaded. That's it. Click on it. We edit the image. Aspect is 3:2. Put a cursor on it. Depress the Shift key and choose what part of the image we actually want. I like to point it down a bit onto their faces. Like that. Then I crop. So that's my new photograph. I save that. I click on it again, edit image, and I change this to 300. That becomes 200. I scale it. And that's it. So I go back. I choose on that image. I set as my featured image. And I have it there. And I'm going to take care. Africa, no, Asia, Australia, crazy stuff. Celebrity gossip, why not? Hollywood, why not? Hot news, what news? North America. Politics. And I make North America. Politics, probably, primary. And that's where I want to publish it. So I have it all sorted. I have the story written. I have my attribution for the image. I have the categories where I want to do it. I want to publish it, and I push and publish. Oh, it says this must be a valid URL. And for a valid URL, I'm going to go to the White House page and post this here. And let's try to publish again. It's published. We visit the site. And our story is there on the front page. And if we go to Europe, we should have the other story. Chris Tarrant. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to publish articles on the WhoKez page. Thank you very much.